What if I told you that millions of Americans are making a massive financial mistake right now because they're terrified that Social Security could disappear just overnight? And before you file for benefits out of fear, you need to hear the truth that nobody's telling you. So, in this video, I'm breaking down the real facts about Social Security, what's actually happening, and what the numbers are saying, and the key things that you need to consider before you make this decision. We'll look at the biggest reasons people rush to claim benefits early and the big advantages of waiting, and then most importantly, how to make the smartest choice for your own retirement. You see, one of the most nerve-wracking questions on everybody's mind right now in America is, will Social Security be there for me? And if you feel anxious about it, then you're not alone, because across the country, millions of people are making a huge financial decision, meaning that they're claiming Social Security benefits earlier than they ever planned. And it's not because it's what's best for their long-term finances, but it's because they're flat out just scared. They're scared that if they don't grab their slice of the pie now, then there might not be any left for them later. Now, if you're new here, I'm Jonathan Rankin. I've been helping people plan and execute their retirement for going on 20 years now. And I've helped hundreds of people plan their retirement. And so this whole worry about Social Security going away, this isn't new. I've been hearing these exact same stories for going on 20 years now. So why all the panic? Well, let's just be honest. The news is a lot louder and it's just relentless. You see headlines every single week about Social Security running out of money or pending cuts, and there's no shortage of online rumors. But here's the twist. See, despite all the fear, Social Security is not getting cut for the current recipients. Congress hasn't passed any law reducing benefits for people who are already collecting, and frankly, what politician is looking to anger the largest voting base? But the anxiety that people are actually feeling isn't just hype. You see, the numbers are actually backing it up, because this fiscal year, 276,000 more retirees have filed for benefits compared to last year, according to the Urban Institute. That's a 13% increase. It's a huge leap from what we usually see. And if this trend continues, then the agency could see close to 4 million retirement claims by the end of 2025, which is a 15% jump from 2024. So to put that in perspective, the typical annual increase over the last 12 years has been just 3%. So this year's surge is 5 times that normal amount. So let's say you're facing that Social Security decision right now. If you claim at 62, you might lock in a monthly check for, let's just say, $1,400. And that's money that's in your pocket right away. And in uncertain times, it can feel like a safety net. But what if you waited? Well, every year you hold off, your benefit grows. And by the time you reach full retirement age, you could be looking at $1,900 a month. And if you wait until 70, that number might jump to over $2,400. Now imagine living into your mid 80s or 90s. If you claimed early, you'll have collected smaller checks for a much longer time, but over the course of retirement, that choice could add up to tens of thousands of dollars that's just lost, simply because you wanted to get in before anything changed. Now imagine if you had retired back in, let's say, 2010, where the concerns about Social Security going away were always still there. And let's say that you're still retired today and we're 15 years down the road. Now you locked in that lower check because of a fear that hasn't come true yet. But after everything that's going on in the news, maybe now you are actually worried about what tomorrow brings. And maybe the headlines have you thinking, I should just grab what I can while I can. That's the dilemma that so many people are facing right now. They take the smaller check now and feel secure, or wait and potentially lock in guaranteed income that's a lot larger for life. And here's where things get even more dramatic. You see, surveys show that more than 75% of Americans are worried about Social Security's future, which is the highest level of concern that we've seen in decades. And every time the news reminds us that Social Security's reserves could run dry by 2033, anxiety spreads like wildfire. People are flooding agency hotlines and swamping websites and lining up at local offices just to show their ID, worried that their benefits could suddenly just vanish. But here's the story that the headlines don't tell you. Even if the Social Security Trust Fund runs low in the 2030s, that doesn't mean that the program goes away. If Congress does nothing, then current law says that benefits could be automatically reduced by about 21%. But so far, every major proposal in Washington has been focused on strengthening, not eliminating benefits for retirees. It's been about how to add more revenue to the system, not cut benefits. So for people that are already receiving checks, history shows that Congress is very unlikely to cut payments because the political blowback would be absolutely massive. So should you rush to claim Social Security as soon as you turn 62, or does it make sense to just wait? Let's break down both sides, because there are 3 big reasons that people are taking Social Security early, even if it means a permanent pay cut. And that first major reason is that you just need the money now. Maybe you lost your job, or your health is failing, or inflation is just squeezing every dollar. For a lot of people, Social Security is a lifeline, and waiting just simply isn't an option. Now, the second reason why people are taking Social Security earlier is because of either health or low life expectancy. If you don't expect to live well into your 80s because of health problems or family history, then claiming early may actually mean that you get more total dollars overall, even if the check is smaller. And the last reason why people take Social Security early is because they're worried about Social Security changes that are going to impact their benefits. But let's be honest, even though benefits for current recipients haven't been cut, the constant drumbeat of bad news is just stressful. If you can't sleep at night because you're worried about the future, then taking benefits early gives you the peace of mind, even if it means smaller monthly checks right now. But if you can wait, here's why you should. There are three big reasons why waiting might be more beneficial for you. And the first reason is that you're going to get bigger checks for life. If you wait, your monthly benefit grows. And if you hit full retirement age after that, every year it grows by 8% up to age 70. That's a huge increase that's locked in for life for you and for your spouse if you're married. The second reason why it makes sense to wait is because it provides protection against outliving your money. See, delaying Social Security is the closest thing to buying an insurance policy against living longer than you expect. Those bigger checks help cover expenses in your 80s and 90s when you may need them the most. And the third reason why it might make sense to wait is because of tax and investment advantages. See, waiting gives you a chance to draw down other accounts first, sometimes at lower tax rates, and can help you manage how much your Social Security is taxed later on. Plus, if you're still working, claiming early could actually cost you benefits because of the earnings test. The bottom line is that the fear is real, but the facts are clear. Social Security isn't getting cut for people who are already collecting, but we've seen multiple proposals over the years that solidify the program, and none of the proposals included cutting benefits. The proposals were aimed at adding revenue to the system through tax changes, not benefit reduction. But the real risk isn't that your check will vanish, it's that you could be locking in a permanent lower income by claiming too early out of fear. So this is a huge decision. It's one of the biggest that you're going to make in retirement. So don't let headlines or panic make it for you. You want to look at your finances, your health, and your long-term goals, and most importantly, your financial plan. And if you're not sure where to start or what to do, then we put together a free retirement quiz that's in the description below. It's quick. You'll get a personalized result of where you stand right now versus your long-term goals and what you need to do to make sure that you stay on track. The link's in the description, so don't miss it if you want to know where you stand on your retirement journey. And if you found this video helpful, let us know. Are you thinking about claiming Social Security early, or are you planning to wait? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I'm Jonathan Rankin. Thank you for watching.